My name is Scott Miller, and this is Trail Ambitions, where we talk about things that may be interesting to trail runners. In this episode, I'll be talking about the CORSAR card and why I strongly encourage anybody who enjoys the Colorado backcountry to get one. Before we can talk about the card, we need to talk about the program that it supports, which is the Backcountry Search and Rescue, or BSAR. I will share at a high level what it is and how it operates. This program could save your life. Let's get started. Trail running is a diverse activity. On one side, you have smooth dirt paths close to neighborhoods. And on the other side, you have very technical terrain in very remote areas. Where I tend to run and where I take my running group is into those remote areas. During the summer months, we may be running in the Rocky Mountains for most of the day. These types of runs can come with an elevated level of risk, but that risk can be reduced with the appropriate preparation and when people are responsible for themselves. When people take responsibility for themselves, they prepare themselves mentally and physically for the activity. If you are in a group setting, the risk can be reduced even further, since it is less likely that everyone will be in the same emergency situation, and therefore you can leverage group resources. Despite all the planning and the preparation, it is still possible that an emergency could extend beyond what you or the group is capable of handling. And that is when the Colorado Backcountry Search and Rescue Program comes into play. On a side note, in this video, I'm specifically talking about Colorado. So please research these services, if available, in your area of the United States or the world. Let's pull up the Backcountry Search and Rescue webpage on the Colorado Parks and Wildlife site. I've included the links for this site in the description below, but I'd like to highlight a few paragraphs. Colorado Backcountry Search and Rescue organizations are volunteer-based and provide search and rescue services throughout Colorado, free of charge, to those stranded, lost, or injured in the backcountry. Grant funds and reimbursements are available to Colorado counties and nonprofit backcountry search and rescue organizations to enable volunteers to continue to provide services. If you are experiencing an emergency in the backcountry, call 911. If you are outside of cell coverage, that's where a satellite communicator will be critical. Dedicated volunteer search and rescue professionals across Colorado are ready to mobilize to help those stranded, lost, or injured in the Colorado backcountry. Your Colorado Outdoor Recreation Search and Rescue contribution supplies reimbursements to SAR teams, which stands for Search and Rescue, for cost incurred while conducting search and rescue operations, and to provide funding for the purchase of search and rescue related equipment and training. After a BSAR incident concludes, the county in which the mission was conducted sends a request to Colorado Parks and Wildlife for reimbursement. If the subject of the incident has a CORSAR card or eligible Parks and Wildlife license or registration, a reimbursement payment is processed immediately. If the subject of the search does not have a CORSAR card or eligible Parks and Wildlife license or registration, the request for reimbursement is held until the end of the year. If money is available in the fund at the end of the year, the requesting county receives reimbursement. The CORSAR card is not insurance and does not reimburse individuals or pay for medical transport. Medical transport would include things like a helicopter or ambulance ride. What are the key takeaways here? First, search and rescue will respond regardless of whether you have a CORSAR card or not. So don't hesitate to call in an emergency. Second, there are no special privileges provided by the card. In order to ensure that these volunteers have the necessary equipment and training to conduct the necessary emergency functions, they need funding. Additionally, as backcountry popularity increases, so do the emergency incidents. And too many incidents on any one particular local agency could overburden cash-strapped services. Purchasing or renewing a CORSAR card is how we can help fund these critical agencies. And this is why I strongly recommend anyone who's intending to experience the Colorado backcountry to get one of these cards. At the time of this recording, a CORSAR card is $5 for 1 year or $20 for 5 years. Please check the Backcountry Search and Rescue website for current information. I provided a link below in the description. Additionally, there are other ways to contribute, such as through a sportsman license. Just to reiterate the purpose of the CORSAR card, I'd like to highlight the last paragraph on the Alpine Rescue Team site. Link is also in the description. They protect your safety by ensuring through grants that a trained and equipped search and rescue team exists and is standing by should you ever need it. And it gives each county sheriff a pool of reimbursement money if an infrequent, large, long, or expensive mission occurs. It does not insure you against a bill for a helicopter. You should expect a bill for a medical helicopter, just as an ambulance, or for rescue operations, or for a multi-day search. There is no bill for search and rescue team services in Colorado. It is Colorado's financial safety net that protects rescuers and sheriffs by ensuring a sheriff's department can afford occasional expensive mission costs, and by equipping and training Colorado search and rescue volunteers. As you can see, there is still risk of personal expense, but at least we've done our part to ensure that the extreme cases are covered the best they can be. You'll want to look into your own insurance and medical coverage for the personal expenses that I mentioned. Okay, so for those of you that have made it this far with me, I'd now like to share 7 additional things that I make sure that I always have with me when I go into the Colorado backcountry. Number 1, my global communicator. I use a Garmin inReach. If things go bad, you need to be able to get in touch with emergency services. Depending on your phone, that may be an option if it has satellite communication built into it, but you can't always count on a cell signal. But I prefer a dedicated device, such as the Garmin inReach. There are other brand options as well. The second item is tape and first aid. Tape, such as medical or sport tape, can be extremely helpful in an injury situation, or even to temporarily fix other things like a pack. Some duct tape can be helpful as well to repair things, such as a punctured water bladder. Some first aid items are also extremely important, especially those that can manage bleeding. Number 3, clothing, jackets, and gloves. Weather is very unpredictable in the mountains and can vary widely, especially at higher elevations. If you get caught in a storm or need to wait out a storm before crossing a mountain pass, or get lost and are out longer than you anticipated, or you get injured and need to wait for search and rescue, having a jacket or gloves could be critical. Number 4, a whistle or a noisemaker. If you are in a situation where you're being searched for, a whistle can help people find you. Number 5, a light source, such as flashlight or your phone, headlamp. Similarly to a whistle, a light source can also make it easier for someone to find you, especially at night. However, even if you're not in an extreme situation, and just being in the wilderness longer than expected, and having to navigate yourself out in the dark, a light will benefit you greatly. Number 6, a water purifier and container. Staying hydrated is critical to survival, so having a way to get drinkable water and carry it can be extremely valuable. And number 7, food. I always carry a few extra food items, typically energy gels for emergency situations. They are typically small and can be easily tucked away in your running vest or pockets. If you get stuck out longer than expected, they can help keep your mind sharp and give you a higher probability of making good decisions. What other things do you like to take into the backcountry to help you be safe and reduce risk? Please add your thoughts to the comments below. If you like this content that I'm sharing with you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and help me grow this community. Okay, that's it for now. Please stay safe out there.